Episode 118 this week, The Survivors. This one, an alright episode. The Enterprise sees that a planet's been attacked by some alien force, so they rush over there. When they get there, the whole planet's been wiped out, except for one patch of lawn, a house, and a couple of people. Picard says, "That's really strange. Why don't you take a landing party down, check it out, number one?" So Will Riker takes Dr. Crusher and Worf and Data. He goes down to this planet. Mr. Worf says, "Don't worry, there's just a non-functioning phaser is the only weapon on this entire planet, but the people are at home." So Riker's like, "Let's just go knock on their door." As he starts over there, he gets caught in a trap like Han Solo in Return of the Jedi, and he goes springing up in the air like he's a Looney Tunes cartoon. LaForge was there also. He tried to warn Riker. But then here comes these senior citizens out, Kevin and Rashawn. And Kevin's got this non-functioning phaser and he's warning them off. And Riker's like, "We're here to help. We got the distress call. We got here too late. And we're trying to figure out why you were spared." And they're like, "Yeah, we haven't seen anyone in days." And they're like, "Oh." And they catch on that they're the only people left. They have no explanation for it. Riker's like, "Well, pack your bags and we'll take you with us to the ship and get you out of here." They don't want to go. They say that's their home, they're staying put. They don't care if someone comes back. The guy's going to wield them off with a non-functioning phaser. Worf was impressed by that. He was impressed he had the fortitude to stand there with a non-functional weapon and pretend that it worked and try to intimidate people off his lawn. They have a spot of tea. They're looking at this music box, and then up on the ship, Troi starts hearing the music box song in her head. She doesn't know what it is, why it's there, or anything, but it gets more and more and more intense. They have a meeting on board the Enterprise. Troi has to excuse herself because she's overwhelmed with the music. And then an alien ship comes out. The Enterprise chases it off. They go back, and Kevin and Rashawn are still there on their yard like nothing happened. Picard's like, I get the picture. Troi gets worse and worse. Crusher can't get the music to stop. She doesn't know why Troi can still hear it in her head. They have to take her to sick bay. And then the alien ship comes back. It gets destroyed in one shot. Picard's like, "Well, we have no business here anymore, do we?" And Riker's like, "I guess not." And Picard's like, "This is weird." They go back to the planet. Picard goes down and talks to him. And he wants him to leave because they've got nobody to protect them. They don't want to leave. Picard tries one more time, pretends to leave, comes back. He beams Kevin and Rashawn up. And he's like, "Okay, I figured it out." And Kevin's like, "Okay, Rashawn was never really here. She was just imaginary. I'm an alien being that's lived for hundreds of years, and I pretended to be a human being, married Rashawn, moved to this planet, and then this alien race came. I wouldn't fight. I refused to fight. My wife went to fight. She got wiped out with the rest of the planet, and I destroyed every single invading alien across the galaxy with the mere thought. And sorry about Counselor Troi, I'll take the music from her." And then he was gone. Picard was satisfied, and that was the episode. Some interesting notes in this one. The actor that played Kevin had recently lost his wife, so it was like a surreal kind of intense script for him. So he had a lot of real emotion as he was doing this show. You also had one of the few instances where a music box was employed on Star Trek in any incarnation. You didn't see a lot of those. Also, no Wes Crusher in this episode. He was nowhere to be found. But pretty much episode 118